Hello everybody, thank you for stopping by my channel, Economics for Today and Tomorrow. Allow me to share with you today about terms of trade. This is something we find under international trade, and terms of trade refer to the rate at which a country's exports are exchanged for imports. All countries trade. That kind of trade they do, they either import or they export. There are two types or basic forms of terms of trade. One, terms of trade could be barter. In this case, we are looking at the price index of a country's exports to the price index of a country's imports. Terms of trade could also be income in nature. So income terms of trade in this case, we look at the ratio of the value of the price index of a country's exports to the price index of a country's imports. When we are looking at income terms of trade, our major interest is to look at the purchasing power of our exports in terms of the commodities that we import. Now, under international trade, we observe that many countries have unfavorable terms of trade. This literally means that when they carry out trade, the prices of their exports are lower than the price index of the imports. And there are many factors that we could share to find out why is it that many countries have unfavorable terms of trade. First and foremost is the weak bargaining power on the world market. Many less developed countries have a weak bargaining power on the world market. And the prices are usually set by major buyers. So when there's a lot of output that is put on the market, because it's not regulated, the prices they receive for it are less. But we also have the fact that many of the exports are of a poor quality. There's less value addition done by many people, especially those that carry out agriculture. And because of that, the prices of exports are low. There is another issue of market flooding. Sometimes less developed countries will export to the market, and the market is full of the same good. That excess supply of such output also leads to a lower price for a country's exports compared to a country's imports. Most LDCs usually actually export semi-processed goods. If they're unprocessed, meaning raw in form, they are semi-processed. Now, such goods which have less value added to them also attract low and falling prices compared to the high prices of imports. Most countries import expensive capital and manufactured goods whose prices keep rising compared to the prices of exports. If countries are to improve their terms of trade, then they should come up strongly against protectionist policies that restrict them in trade in terms of the quantity, that's quotas or total ban. So the removal of protectionist policies can also help many developing countries have higher prices. Secondly, developing countries should work on the quality of their output so that they export high quality output to attract higher prices. They should be intentional also to have commodity markets or agreements. If they can have commodity agreements as producers of the same commodity, it is then possible to have greater prices for their exports. That's all I could share today. Thank you.